The sun had barely risen over Umueke village, but the dusty roads were already alive with movement. Women returned home from all corners of Nigeria and abroad, their suitcases dragging behind them, their laughter ringing through the air. It was August meeting, the annual gathering of women, a time for mothers, daughters, wives, and widows to return to their village of origin to discuss community development. On the surface, it was colorful, celebratory. Women dressed in matching Ankara, glittering high like crowns, and beaded necklaces that sparkled in the morning light. Drums beat softly in the background. Dancers twirled, and villagers lined up to match the pageantry and to watch them display. But behind the songs, the smiles, and the laughter lay hidden wars. Adamma stood at the village junction, holding her small Ghana must go bag. She had not attended the August meeting in 3 years, not since her husband, Chike, died mysteriously in Aba. Whispers followed her whenever she passed. That's the widow. She refused to remarry. Her husband's death wasn't ordinary. Her children were still asleep in her mother's hut when she decided she had to face this year's meeting. Something in her spirit told her it was time. When she arrived at the community hall, she felt the air tighten. The women seated inside wore broad smiles, but their eyes were sharp, scanning, judging, calculating. At the high table sat Madam Nnenna, the wealthiest woman in the community. She was draped in heavy George wrapper, coral beads wrapped thrice around her neck, and gold bangles that clinked whenever she raised her hand. Her reputation spread far beyond Umueke. She was feared, respected, and whispered to be dangerous. Opposite her sat Ngozi, a nurse from Aba. She was younger, less flamboyant, but known for her sharp tongue and her insistence on accountability. The atmosphere was tense even before the meeting began. The women started with prayers, songs, and cultural dances. Laughter echoed as old friends reunited, teasing each other about their city lifestyles. But as soon as the business of the meeting started, the tone changed. Ngozi stood up, papers in her hand. Her voice shook at first, but it grew firm. Sisters, we contributed millions for the borehole project last year. The funds vanished. We paid for scholarships. No child has received a kobo. I went to the bank. I checked the records. The money is gone. And I will tell you who has it. The hall grew silent. Ngozi turned slowly, eyes fixed on Madam Nnenna. It is sitting in your account. Gasps filled the room. Some women clutched their wrappers tighter. Others whispered, eyes darting nervously. Madam Nnenna did not flinch. She simply adjusted her gele, her lips curving into a faint smile. She rose gracefully, her voice commanding. And you believe I stole from my sisters? From this community? No, Ngozi. The money was entrusted to me because the men of this village demanded it. Ask them. They know where the money went. But instead of clearing her name, she turned suddenly, her sharp eyes falling on Adamma. And you, Adamma, tell them who killed your husband. The hall exploded. What? Jesus! Didn't he die of sickness? Adamma froze. Her body trembled. The entire hall stared at her like a sacrificial goat. Why bring my husband into this? She stammered. Nnenna's smile widened because he knew the truth, and truth killed him. Isn't that so, widow? The drums stopped. The songs died. Women murmured in fear. Adamma's heart pounded. Her husband had died suddenly, with no warning. Doctors said it was stroke, but in her spirit she always doubted it. That night, after the chaotic meeting ended in shouts and near fights, Adamma could not sleep. She returned to her late husband's abandoned room, the bed still smelling faintly of him. As she knelt to pray, something caught her eye, a loose thread under the pillow. She pulled. Out came an old folded paper. Her hands trembled as she opened it. It was her husband's handwriting. The letter read, "If I die suddenly, know that it was not sickness. It was the price of truth in August meeting. Protect the children. Do not trust them." Adamma's tears fell on the paper. The letter shook in her hands. Her knees weakened. Her husband had known his death was tied to this gathering, and now she was entangled in a war far greater than she imagined. Moral lessons. When women fight for truth, corruption trembles. Family secrets may be buried, but they never stay hidden forever. Power without accountability destroys community. Thank you for watching the part 1 of August meeting. I hope you did enjoy it. Watch out for part 2 of this interesting story of women. Thank you.